I'm Madi Meadows. You can find me on OnlyFans under Madi Meadows. Many vids would be the same thing. On Twitter, it's Madi Meadows 1996, and on Instagram, it's Miss Madi Meadows.
Do you get a job, or how do you make the transition into adult?
So my best friend said I had a great body and to get into camming, so the whole year that I was 17, I consistently watched these girls cammed and watched how they did it, and I started buying some stuff. So when I turned 18, I had bought a $200 laptop and like a bra and panty and my little webcam, and that was all the money I had. And I remember the first night I cammed, it was like the day after I turned 18, or no, it was like 3 days because they had to do the verification process, but it was very close. So I had just turned 18 and did that. And I made $300 within an hour on my first night, and I went outside and I just started crying because like I've never had money like that. So when I got on and I kept getting on, I was making more money and I was getting used to it. But it only took 2 weeks for me, less than 2 weeks for me to be scouted out by my agent, my old agent. So yeah, then I went from there.
When you first started camming, was it strictly for the money or for the attention?
It was for the money, definitely. I knew I had a great body though, and like sending nudes to guys has always been something that has made me feel better because of the way they look at them, you know, and what they tell to me. Like all those comments are very nice. I like when people say that I'm sexy and that I'm beautiful. I like that stuff. So it's a little bit of both, but mainly I started because of the money, but right now I'm definitely in it because it's fun too.
Were you sending selfies and stuff in high school to people?
Oh yeah, I sent nudes. I remember the first nude I sent in 6th grade. I didn't even know like that like you're supposed to shave or anything. And now that it's weird that I'm in the industry and like bushes are a thing, and I have a bush now. But I never knew anything, and so in 6th grade everyone knew to shave, and I didn't, and I sent this nude out, and of course it had my face in it, and it was just this full bush, and that person sent it to everyone. So that was one of the rougher times, but then once I learned how to do it, I, sent out better pictures.
So it's a turn on for you if guys jack off to your pictures and stuff?
For sure, yeah. Because I have such low self-confidence that if someone else tells me that they do that, I'm like, oh my God, really? Like, there's someone out there that thinks that? That's cool.
You do a cam show, then you get into making movies, correct? Do you remember your first movie you did?
Yes, I remember it was, let's see, well, not my first shoot, but my first girl was with Jenna Sativa for ATK, and at that time they weren't doing this whole boy-girl thing they're doing now. It was just kind of solos and girl, and it was us, and she put on a strap-on, and they told me a few things that I should say before I came in. I remember I only brought like a few things, and they were really bad. Like some of them were falling apart, and I was super nervous. And I came in there, and Jenna really dominated me, so it felt better in the scene to be like, I don't have this big of a role to play. So it went really well, and I was really happy with it. So after that, I was just like, it's been great.
First shoot, we just discussed it, but at what point does it hit you that I'm getting ready to shoot a porn film?
Probably when the cameras started rolling and they said, let's do this. I have anxiety up until that point, of course, but like when they first started, it was like, but it also felt very natural. Like I didn't feel like the camera was in the way, or like what I was doing made me any more nervous. It was just like, oh, this is it, I'm shooting porn now. And then once the scene came out was like when it officially 100% hit me that like, it's out, I'm doing this is what I'm doing, and I was so young. So
remember the first time you saw professional nudes of yourself?
Yeah, my agent took me to 5 different photographers the first day I met him to do small little shoots just to see if I could fit in their magazines or on their websites and stuff, and they all said I looked great. So when they took those pictures of me, I was very nervous. I had brought my best friend with me to LA because, going to LA is really scary alone. And these people were just like, dude, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful. And I was like, Wow, that's really awesome. So seeing, and still till this day when photos come out of me, I'm just like so happy to see them. I think that's one of my favorite parts about this industry.
Tell us about your OnlyFans.
My OnlyFans is an arrangement of photos, videos, and talking. I haven't gone live yet because I don't feel like I have enough followers, but I have been getting a lot more recently in the past 2 weeks, so I've been promoting a lot more stuff on there. Pretty much if you want to see me and you're just a super big fan, subscribe. It's awesome. You're gonna like it, and if you don't, unsubscribe. It's fine. Like, trust me, on my OnlyFans, I put 110% of myself into it. I do a photo shoot. I'll do like 40 to 100 photos of me, and I'll send those out, and I'll also send videos out. They are pay-per-view, but on my feed, I do put a lot of little trailers of the videos for free, so you can see if you want to buy it or not, and then I'll put a few of those pictures to see if you want to buy like the photo set as well.
How often do you update and post and all that?
Almost every day. I mean, every day unless I'm literally working and I go to bed because my 2-hour drive is really long for me. I'm not from LA, so I'm from LA, but I have to drive back home to where I live, so.
And how much input from your fans goes into what you shoot for your OnlyFans?
I put polls out on my OnlyFans to see what videos that people want next. So I'll put, you know, do you want to see a girl, a boy, a video of me sucking dick, or me just doing a solo, or a fetish, or smoking, or, I mean, literally anything. And so I'll go out, buy off those polls, kind of, because people on Twitter, they want to see everything, but the people on your OnlyFans, they're the ones who pay, and they're the ones that have my eye the most.
Do you try and put different stuff on Instagram versus Twitter?
I will only take one picture from my photo set on OnlyFans and put it on Twitter and Instagram, or two. I'll take one or two. But besides that, I really do not post anything else, so everything's really top secret on there.
Gotta pay, you gotta go too.
OnlyFans.com/Madi Meadows.
How much different are you than the person people see on camera? How much of this is an act?
Oh my gosh, I'm so different. I think people see me on camera and they think I'm just this big sex Mongol, and as much as I'd love for it to be true, I literally thought I was asexual for a long time because I like compliments and I like feeling sexy and I like looking sexy, but it took so long for me to know how to orgasm. I remember I haven't had my first orgasm and my agent was like, well, you need to learn how to in porn. And I was like, okay. So he took me to the sex store and we bought like all these toys except for a Hitachi. So I used all those toys and nothing happened. And he's like, were you smiling? Like, did it make you come? Which is kind of weird thinking about it now since I was 18 and he was so much older. But I was like, yeah, and like I lied to him, and then I went and shot for ATK again, and they had me use the Hitachi for the first time, and they're like, now a lot of girls, this is their first time orgasming with this, and I'm like, oh, okay, so I did it, and ever since then, I went home, I bought one, and ever since then, I use it like almost twice a week at least.
When it comes to sex, freakier at home, freakier on camera?
Definitely freakier on camera, because at home it's like I like to be very mellow and there's no cameras really watching us, so it can be, you know, us more intimate, but yeah, I like being freaky on camera because then it's like you get to see everything and then you get to watch it over again, and then in real life it's kind of like, I don't know, I'll be freaky in real life sometimes, but it's only if I feel like it.
And when you shoot, for you personally, do you shoot stuff you think will sell? Or stuff you want to maybe see yourself? Like, I've always wanted to try such and such.
No, it's always something I think would sell. I mean, either other people's ideas or something that I saw another girl do that I thought was super cute. Because, you know, no one's original. Everyone's copied everyone. So you can't say you copied someone because you have roses in your photo shoot, you know? But yeah, I definitely do a lot of research and like think about it in my brain. I kind of put together like a mood board in my head of what I want the shoot to look like, what I'm going to wear, kind of how I'm going to do it before I even buy anything. So, and then I'll go online and I'll like buy some stuff and then I'll set it up and then the magic happens.
And for you, when it comes to taking pictures, do you prefer the real pretty glam stuff, or do you like to get down and dirty?
I like the glam. I definitely do, but not too glam. I like to be natural. And then I like to get down and dirty, but I don't like the oil scenes because of my skin. My skin is like, doesn't do well with oil, sadly, but they were really hot scenes.
Do you have many fans, many vids, somebody's?
Yes, I do have a many vids. It's Madi Meadows.
Are there different clips on there as opposed to?
They're just girl clips, solo clips. The only place you can find boy-girl is on my OnlyFans.
When you typically shoot a clip, is it 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Usually it's 10 minutes. I try aiming for 10 minutes, but if I have to like cut something out, like sometimes my dog will walk in the background, I have to cut that out. Yeah, it might end up being like 8 minutes, but if you do ask for a certain amount of time, I will give you that time.